Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? It is me, Lasty here, and welcome to a brand new episode of the FIFA 23 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 31. If I've done the calculations correctly, not that you need to do much calculating. You just literally add one to every episode that you do every day, Tom. Simple as that, mate. But yeah, today you might see a couple of episodes because it is Sunday. Hey, we love a double upload Sunday, but I'm going to need something from you. I'm going to need you to dig deep and lightly tap the thumbs up button. And if we can get 4,000 likes by 6 p.m. later on tonight, you'll have your double upload at 8 p.m. UK. All right? So go ham on the thumbs up button. Thank you in advance. And subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Considering it's Sunday, I should probably start the old weekend league, shouldn't I? So this was, I didn't play any weekend league on Friday because I was busy editing, I don't know, I guess Saturday's video. I was busy editing Saturday's video on Friday. And then I went to the Ipswich match on Friday night. Of course, we won. Love to see it. And results kind of went our way this weekend, which was it's good to see. Like Sheffield Wednesday and Plymouth both drew, which, yeah, it just meant that, you know, first and third in the league both dropped points and we're second. So closed the gap on top of the league and made a bigger gap towards third place. So you love to see it. As an Ipswich fan, anyway. If you're a Plymouth fan or a Sheffield Wednesday fan, you're probably a little bit annoyed with your scores this weekend. But hey, it can't go perfectly all the time. We all know that, right? Football is football at the end of the day. So then I had not played any weekend league, and then it got to Saturday. I woke up, I got up, and it was like 9 a.m. You know, which is pretty early for me, but I'd woken up. I was in a great mood after 3 points the night before, knowing that we can't lose during the weekend now. The only thing I can lose is games of Foot Champs. And even then, well, my football team won, so can't get that angry and that stressed, can I? And I probably felt the most confident, comfortable, prepared for a weekend league for quite some time. You know, this is the third weekend league of FIFA 23. Easily my most prepared one yet. So my teams thus far haven't been that amazing. This week has been pretty incredible for packing Haaland, packing Torres, having decent coins at my disposal, getting a good meta squad together. So yeah, was hoping that this could be the first weekend that we get 11 wins. So that's the plan anyway. You won't see all the games in this episode, but I think we will. I think for tonight's episode, I need to finish it off, the editing and all of that stuff, and then film it. But tonight's episode, I will kind of just bit my tongue there as I was speaking. Yeah, we'll get all the rest of the games done, and you'll see like the red picks later on tonight. So it's another reason to just go ham on that thumbs up button. My thumb is really dirty. It's because I was moving a light around and. One of the connection points is just, I've got a little bit of dirtiness to it. So yeah, sorry if when I was doing the old thumbs up, I had a bit of a almost like greasy hand because it's just a ball bearing thing. Anyway, I'm rambling. First couple games of weekend league went pretty well. 8 points, aka I won both of them. Scored about 9 goals or 8 goals or something in the first 2 games. So something's obviously kind of working. I'll be honest, as I was in these games, I was thinking, Torres feels good, you know. Haaland, on the other hand, I feel like I'm struggling to work with him. And it presents itself whenever I match up against an opponent that seems better, that is better at the game. They deal with Haaland so much better. So I think this whole, like, lengthy, pacey, but absolutely like no dribbling ability and that sort of stuff, and lack of skill moves and weak foot. I think that sort of thing is going to start to come back and be a problem if you don't have it going forward. So yeah, you're probably, I mean, the title of this video and stuff is most likely to do with the fact that I'm going to sell Haaland in a little bit. But But I've given him a good run of games as a first owner. Normally, if I pack something that expensive, I just sell it straight away. But considering he's been a major topic of discussion, like in world football and, you know, just with him doing so well and how good he's supposed to be on this game, I thought, hey, I'll at least give him a go, right? So as this penalty shootout is happening, I'm going to have some honey and lemon because for some reason my voice is very tired. That is very hot. That's almost burnt my throat. I'm going to risk another mouthful though. Yeah, hopefully that sorts things out. But as you can see, no one's missing penalties until my very last one. And of course, he scores his. So all I did was have one penalty saved. The rest of them were perfect. But I couldn't save any of his. We both... he was a good player. I probably shouldn't have made it to extra time and penalties, if I'm honest. But I kind of rigged him with the meta a little bit. You got to do these things in Foot Champions, right? And yeah, it just... I don't know. I think the deserved winner was that guy, so fair play to him. Or her. So, 1-0 up in the next game. But in terms of possession, I was hardly touching the ball. But this guy had clearly had enough. He'd seen the halftime stats, and he was like, whoa, this guy's quality. So, he gave me the win, or he quit anyway. I was already winning 1-0. So, that's 3-1. I'll take that as a start. Next team is fairly strong. And got that baby Petit, who, in a previous FIFA, you would have packed that Petit and thought, ugh, I can't use this card. But this year, I'm guessing he's probably lengthy. And he's got multiple positions that he can play, which is very, very useful for team building and stuff. And he actually seems quite good. So, yeah, I bet if you pack yourself that baby Petit in that icon pack last week, you're probably after a few games thinking, oh, this isn't so bad after all. And I'm certainly thinking that with Torres as well, because at the time, it seemed all right. It seemed like an all right pack to get. But actually, I think he works really quite well on this game. So I'm going to try and get a fair amount of use out of him before we move on to other players. But as you can see, this game right here did not go to plan. And once I was 5-2 down, I thought, hey, I might as well. I'll move on. And we'll just go on into the next game. And next guy's got Petit as well. Benzema, Ousmane Dembele. Yeah, he's also got the same rule breaker as me in... why do I forget Calvin Phillips' name? Like, it just... it like, goes away from my brain. Every time I think of the player, it's weird. But yeah, I do go 1-0 up. He does equalise. It was a nice finish from his player. This was... I would say the only game of this weekend league where I felt like Haaland was unstoppable and it was working. Whatever I was doing with him was working. Whereas every other game I thought people are dealing with my player here way better than they should be. And I was struggling with Haaland. So, yeah, anyway, we end up going 3-2 up. Not Fernando Torres. Timo Werner the Burner, who I'd brought on as a super sub for Fernando Torres. Sorry, they're both blonde, and I've got a very small preview window to watch when I'm filming these videos. But then, yeah, as you can see, he gets the late equaliser. But in the last kick of the game, it's going to drop to Werner the Burner. We're going to score the goal. We're going to run off celebrating. And nearly a minute of time overplayed there in extra time, or in injury time, should I say. So, felt kind of lucky to get the victory in that one. Next opponent's got a lovely team. Look at that for a squad. Really, really nice team. Red Cancelo, I'm quite jealous of. We end up just barging through, basically, with Rashford, knocking it back. And it's Haaland that scores the goal on his weak foot, actually. That's quite surprising. Favre ends up scoring a Trivella. And then at 2-0, you can see he's clearly not wanting to participate any longer. And that's fine, my friend. Take your leave, I say. Move on. I will, sorry, I went a little bit sort of Shakespearean there for a second. It happens from time to time. But yeah, 22 points so far, I think means that I am I don't know maths. Is that 5 and 2? Perhaps, maybe, I'm not sure. No, probably not. Either way, what a goal that is from Fernando. Absolute beast of a man. Darwin Núñez then knocks it into, was that Casemiro scoring a goal? Obviously, he did that yesterday for Man United. He got that late equaliser, didn't he, against Chelsea, with a header, though, so a little bit different. But yeah, I end up going 2-1 up. Someone scored a Trivela. Don't know who it was, but once again, I've abused the meta. Sorry. And into the second half we go. He's ended up scoring there. Nice finish. He'd brought on basically all of his red players, and that told me that there was some where he's got like 3 from the same week. So obviously this is an 11 wins plus kind of guy. And he was good. Better than me, at least. Because he got the late winner, and it was deserved, to be fair, so I'm not gonna complain too much about it. But we finally hit level 27, which is the final pack reward for the season objectives, and I'm gonna take Premier League because there's some big Premier League rule breakers out at the moment, and also if not, maybe I could pack a Haaland or something like that. That would be quite nice. So Lucas Paqueta sold for 165,000, and then we get boards from our PL Prime Goal Players Pack. We get Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, is what it is at the end of the day. Not the greatest of pools, not the greatest of Prime packs, but yeah, we move. Newcomers Challenge. I did it this time around. Normally they're not worth it, but this one was for a 2 Rare Goal Players Pack. So instead of just a 75 plus Rare Goal player, we get 2 low rated goals. So probably wasn't worth it for what I submitted, but we get ourselves a Sabitzer and a Libertadores card. Oh, that's just what I wanted. So yeah, this was at the point where I thought, you know what? I just lost my last game, so obviously my head's gone. I think I'll move on from Haaland. I think I'll take the coins from him, because I was kind of worried that he kept dropping in price a bit, and I was like, well, I want to get them a good amount for him. Like when I packed him, he was 250. Nearly. He's now like 190. And then I saw him go up a little bit again, maybe because he scored yesterday. But at the same time, I can't imagine he's going to be that sort of price forever. So I decided to take the coins for Haaland, 190,000 of them to be precise. And then I also thought, I'm going to sell Calvin Phillips. I got to the point where I'm nearly halfway through my games, and the market, because it was Saturday afternoon at this point, had started to dwindle a little bit. You know, a lot of people finishing their games, selling up, getting their rewards. It means that there's more things on the market. So I thought I'm going to sell quite a lot of the expensive stuff. And then I decided to go and buy a De Bruyne. So there was no real reason for it. But I wasn't getting on that great with Calvin Phillips. And De Bruyne seems to ruin me whenever I play against him. So I'm actually going to play it as De Bruyne as my slightly more attacking DM. And Renato Sanchez can just hold back, you know, stay back a little bit more. So we'll do that. And Ben Yedder can go in over Haaland. And I think net we're quite a lot of coins up, you know, just because we sold those 2 players. Yeah, we then spent 130k on De Bruyne. But that's essentially, well, about 30k more than what we sold Calvin Phillips for. So I then quit the next match. I thought I'm going to play the final 2 matches for this episode. That'll be 10 games done. And then we'll be halfway through our weekend league, and I can finish it off for tonight's extra video. So 10 games done. I'm 5-3 at the moment. 5-4 at the moment. I don't know what I am. Actually, I have no idea what I am. I've forgotten to keep count of it. I think I'm 5-4. And I thought, hey, here we go. This is where I'm going to start going into like a neutral and then a negative record. And it's going to go tin pot again like it did last year. I'm going to bottle it. But as you can see in this game, I managed to get 3 goals. I managed to get 4 goals. Torres was scoring on his left foot, and he was just putting a lot of power through them. And I've got to say, that made me quite happy. So we end on 6-4. Definitely not the greatest, but a lot stronger than what we have had in the last few weeks. And now I've got 10 games to get 5 wins. So if I can just go 5-5 in the next batch, I'll get that 11 wins, and I think that's a record that I should be able to easily do. So, yeah, just from my first couple of games, really like De Bruyne. I think he moves pretty well on the game and has good vision and passing and ball control and stuff. Ben Yedder is not the greatest striker, but I'm going to remedy that in the start of the next episode by basically switching Rashford with Ben Yedder in game. So I'll have Rashford and Torres up front, and then Ben Yedder and Favre on the wings, on the wide cams, inverted so they can hit the Travellas or whatever. And that hopefully will get me through my final 10 games in good stead. So that's going to be it for right now. Tune in again later on tonight if you hit the like target of 4,000. And yeah, you'll have a double upload, and we'll get the weekend league done. I'll probably do red picks live for you, and that sort of thing. So yeah, if you've enjoyed, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Cheers. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of that stuff. Links are down below in the description. Have a lovely day. Hopefully I'll see you all again tonight. Take it easy, stay safe and healthy, and I'll be back next time. Peace.